That's the life, isn't it? Hopefully this will just be a quick one. I didn't finish my stuff today like I thought I was because I helped. I'll tell you in just a sec. I was sewing the rest of the sewing stuff, just going to town and doing and repairing and sewing as much as I could so I can put the machine away tomorrow. And I made a list of myself as to what to do first. Wake up, drink coffee, eat something, go to the bathroom, and then I gave myself a list of things to do, priority-wise. So hopefully by tomorrow all this stuff will be done. Today, Ashley had a meeting through a computer upstairs in her room up there. And so Brian was left with the baby, and he was trying to do several things at one time. He was making lasagna, and then he put some salmon pieces in on a baking sheet. And he asked me if I had the recipe for pumpkin bread because he wanted some. I said, sure. So I said, do you have any pans? No. So I had three pans. The recipe makes 3 loaves. And all the spices I put together in a bowl and took that over there. He provided the sugar, the eggs, the flour, pumpkin. He likes milk chocolate chips in his, and I use dark chocolate chips in my loaf. If you don't do nuts, you can do chocolate chips. Or nothing, doesn't matter. And, they turned out really good. But while he was busy doing all of that, baby would wake or whatever. Brian doesn't cover him very much. Brian says, I'm hot. I said, yeah, but he's a baby and he's not. His little feet are cold. His hands are cold. So I carried Spencer around with a lightweight bunting type blanket over him and tucked it in under his legs, and he fell fast asleep. He is such a doll baby. He has a pacifier with a little mustache. It's really funny. But I was over there for a little while, and I came back to finish up my sewing and stuff, and then I got a sink full of dishes, and the first batch of fish, and the reason I say the first batch is because of Brian doing so many things at once, the first batch of fish turned out like fish jerky. It was pretty burnt. And he was going to throw it all away. There were 6 big pieces. And I said, don't throw that away. Why? I said, I'll see if I can salvage it. So I brought it over here, let it cool down a little bit, and I salvaged 1 portion. Out of 6 portions that were on that tray, I managed to salvage 1 portion's worth. So I said, I can either make you a salmon patty, or I can make you some kind of pasta with sauce with the salmon in it. He wasn't interested in either one, so either the cat will finish it tomorrow, or I'll make something and eat it, or maybe both. I finished up my chicken salad that I had made. There's a lady that on here that makes stuff. She's a cook, and I subscribe to her because her stuff is just like home cooking. I mean, it's just wonderful. I'm going to make that salad again because it's just so tasty. I'll try to put a link to her channel and maybe that particular video because it's just fantastic. She's such a nice lady. And I just newly subscribed and just newly found her, so I don't really know her name without looking. Anyway, cat's tuckered out. I need to go to bed so I can get up and do all those things. It was about 74 degrees Fahrenheit, 22 Celsius. That was the high today. And it's down to 59 Fahrenheit. I don't know offhand what that is in Celsius, but it's cooler. It's pretty chilly. It's the kind of chilly where your nose gets cold and your feet get cold. So all the windows are closed, and I have an extra blanket on the bed now. What else? I have less than $100. I didn't look at the account, so I don't know how less. And I don't get any money until about 10 days from now. And I was trying so hard to be careful and not spend, but it's the groceries. I had to do a little restocking of the pantry, and it's always that, like when you need your like aspirin or ibuprofen or allergy medicine or your medicines or whatever, they come around once in a while and you restock and it costs. I'm trying to be really good. I'm going to have to save up to send that stuff to Canada for Felix, because that costs 2 or 3 times as much as what I'm sending is what it costs to ship it. I just wish I knew a businessman going to Saskatoon and I'd just give it to him and say, here, drop this off. I feel like I'm in the mood to make kolache. A Czech kolache with poppy seed filling. Oh, yeah. I hear baby crying. He cries all the time. I don't know if they don't pick him up or if they're sleeping or what. He's on the other side of the door. He has a little bassinet, everything. Because that way he's close to the kitchen and baby bottles and stuff like that. Basically, they're doing baby bottles with mama milk also, but they're relying more on baby bottles because when they go back to work, you either have a wet nurse or you have baby bottles. And if I'm taking care of the baby, I'm not a wet nurse. I may be all wet, but I'm not a wet nurse. Get a goat. Anyway. Oh my God, over 7 minutes. And I meant to make this short. I'm kind of tired. I hope I do manage to go to sleep before 3 or 4 in the morning this time. I do want to get my stuff done so I can go upward and onward.